Hi y'all, Jeff with the Idiot Car Guys. Thanks for supporting us for the last year on our YouTube channel. Right now we're about a little over a year later, and I thought I would bring back a video showing the collection of cars that I have actually had. Now, when you see all the vehicles here, all of the Mercedes-Benz, there's one missing, and Tom actually has that, and he's shown that on his video. But I'm going to go in the order that I purchased the cars. The first one I purchased, this was about 2 years ago. I purchased this one, the R350 4MATIC. This has been a daily driver. Everybody likes driving this car. It's easy to drive, it's comfortable. It gets in the mid-20s for fuel economy. I virtually have had no problem with it. Yeah, it's got some bumps and bruises, but you know what? It's a good car. And my wife likes driving it, and my daughters have driven it. Everybody that's needed a vehicle to drive because theirs broke down or one thing or another, this is the one I loan them out because I know it's the reliability of it. It's just a solid vehicle. Now, currently right now, this vehicle, along with a lot of the ML series, are on a factory recall for a braking system of some sort. And Mercedes has recommended you not drive this vehicle. However, I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to it. We're still driving because, again, it's a Mercedes, and the reliability of the vehicle is second to none. So, more to come on that. Possibly, when I find out exactly, when I get the letter regarding the braking system, I'll get this into Mercedes. Maybe they'll provide a vehicle, who knows. But this is our daily driver, and right now, we're still driving it. The next vehicle I purchased in the fleet is 300 SD. Now this car, this was that barn/field find. I did a little work on the injectors, and this thing runs great. I don't drive it much. I start it up, I'll drive it around town, and I still need to sort through the paint, get that done, but I keep it covered up, and this car is still, just a classic old Mercedes. So with a 5-cylinder diesel, I got in it when I brought it out here in the yard, fired right up. The glow plug light actually came on this time. It hadn't come on before, and I thought, well, it's got an electrical issue somewhere. May have to go clean some wires and so forth. But you know what? I like this car. I'm going to be, taking out the instrument cluster to change some light bulbs and clean up some contacts and things like that. But I like this car. This is probably a keeper. However, if I were to sell this, if somebody gave me about $6,500, I might part with this car. Okay? The next one, my 560 SEL. This car here, this is a W126 chassis, just like the 300 SD. I love this body style. This is the one I said that I really, if I could find another one, I'd buy it, and this is the one I bought. I bought this from a widow in Lincoln, Nebraska, almost a year ago. I drive this around. This one, the air conditioner, everything works on this car. I love it. It rides beautiful. There's nothing that really needs to be done on it. It's got a few bumps and bruises like I've talked about here. There's a little dent there, a couple little dents down the body, but still, again, I love this car. If I were to sell this, you'd have to step up to the plate and give me $9,000 for it. But folks, there it is. This is a low mileage. It's got 129,000 miles on it. It's got a little bit of a valve seal or valve guide seal leak. It puffs a little bit if it's been sitting for about a month. Puffs a little smoke when you start it, but other than that, it runs beautiful. AC works great, the climate control, everything works great on it. Okay? The next vehicle that I purchased was the project vehicle, the all-in project that Tom and I had, and that's this 300E. Purchased this out of Iowa. The guy selling it said that, you know, wasn't running quite right. So I don't know exactly what happened, but the catalytic converter was cut off right past the manifold, and the entire exhaust is gone from there back. Got that taken care of. Spent a lot of money on a catalytic converter and a muffler, back muffler. The shop I took it to, I instructed them to buy another resonator to add in there where it belongs. They didn't do it. So they left the resonator off. This car actually, you know, it really has kind of a unique little sound to it. It runs around and drives around town, but it's got a fuel delivery issue that I imagine the fuel pump needs to be, or the fuel filter needs to be changed. But other than that, it starts up and it actually sounds pretty good. I'm going to start this car up. This one is also for sale. And if I were to sell this one, I might take $3,500 for this today. So keep that in mind. Like I said, it starts and runs. I've driven it around town. I have the fuel filter that I just need to put on. I've been busy with my job. It's just been tough trying to get some of these things done. But there it is. It sounds good. But you know, if somebody would like to buy this, this would be a good quality, easy on the gas. 300E. It's got a 3-liter 6-cylinder. See, spur out. Really good. So it is for sale. Lastly, is another 560 SEL. W126. I bought this, you know, the kid that had it, didn't know anything about it. It was his grandfather's. He inherited it. I haven't spent a lot of time messing with it. This is the one I did in the video with, where the firing order was all messed up, and finally got that sorted through, and it actually runs out pretty decent. I still have the brake issue I need to resolve, and I need to still replace the rear shocks on this, which entails taking the back seat out. But this would be one I would sell as well. The W126 chassis is actually becoming very collectible, as you can see. I like them, but you can't, you just can't get them. But this one I would sell. If somebody came up with $3,000, I'd send the parts with it. This is not one you're going to drive home. This one here, it's got an alarm issue, which I never did get underneath the floorboard disconnected. So the alarm will go off while you're running down the road. So this one, you need to put it on a trailer. But it does start and it does run. The window down because this is the one that it can lock itself all by itself, even with the key in the ignition. And in fact, when I pulled it in here and backed it up, it did exactly that. The alarm went off, and so I had to shut it off, take the key out, put it in the outside key slot, and turn the alarm off. But the interior on this is in very respectable shape, but it's a project car. Needs some paint work. but you know, it runs. I mean, that's half the battle on this car. Do I want to keep it? You know, I don't need to. You know, there's other things that I want to do. But like I said, this one, it is for sale. You know, but this one you're gonna have to bring a trailer because it's not gonna. I mean, it'll make it, but you don't have any brakes. Air conditioning. I don't recall if this one works or not. It might. But it is a 560 SES. Needs a little bit more bath, a little paint correction, a little clear coat on the top. The leaves are still embedded in the clear coat on the trunk lid, as mentioned in the original video. But again, it's a W126 large, long wheelbase, so it is what it is. Anyway, folks, this is my collection. Now, one car that's missing that was in the original video a year ago was the white S500. Tom has that. He's actually been doing some work on it and actually getting it sorted through a little bit more, a little bit at a time. You know, those model of cars, the W140, I love the cars. Don't underestimate it. Even though I've got 3 W126s sitting here, I love the W140 cars. But Tom really liked that car, and so I sold it to him, you know, a few months back, and he's done a good job of, you know, keeping it up to it. Would I buy it back? No, but I might find another one, and I might, you know, go in competition, because I do like that long wheelbase with reclining rear seats. This one has it. This one has it. You know, those are just some of the options and things that Mercedes-Benz did back then. Anyway, folks, we appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching this 1-year anniversary video. Thanks for supporting us. You know, we really appreciate it. The content that we're going to do moving forward is going to be repairs and things like that.